Hey there everyone, Doogie Manheimer here with a special kind of video. It's gonna be a couple days beforehand, but I wanted to celebrate the 3DS's birthday. It's gonna be 12 this year, which is insane to me because I got this console day one, the day it released, when it was 250 bucks, and it was outrageously expensive, but I was so excited for the system, and I'm so happy that I did. This is probably one of my favorite Nintendo systems of all time. Consoles, handhelds, all together included. This is an incredible piece of hardware and an incredible just console all on its own. With the games that it has, the support that it got, I absolutely love it so much. So I wanted to take some time today and go through some of the main hits of the 3DS, be it a main exclusive title or whatever it may be. But we are going to go through one of the launch games that came with the system, and it didn't have a lot of great launch titles, a lot of rehashes or early 3D games that were just cool because it was a 3D thing, and not really a cool game thing. But we are going to play Pilot Wings Resort, one of the only games I got at launch other than Street Fighter 4 3D and Asphalt 3D, which was a mobile game at the time, but I had no idea. I thought it was a cool racing game. But we're going to go through with Pilot Wings Resort. Let's get to it. Now, depending on the game and the system that it is, I will transition from this whole body kind of view and then the top view. So let me just switch to the top view so you can see that, and you can see it. So I will switch between both of these and just to see which one ends up looking better, what each game requires, and sees if there's any extra toggles on the bottom. I'll go to the bottom screen. If it's just a top screen kind of game, then you'll just see the top screen. But hopefully we can figure it out as we go. So let's see. I do not have the 3D activated. Let's see what happens if I turn on the 3D. How does that change the screen? Shifts everything a little bit to the right. Interesting. So it doesn't really actually change a whole lot. Whole body view. Let's just do whole body view just so you can see what everything's like. All right. Welcome to the Woohoo Sky Club. Please select a Mii character to join. I forgot that's what my Mii looked like in this console. I'm going to sign below. Excellent stuff. Great signature. That's it for the application. Your member card will be ready soon. Dang, that's all I needed to get a license here? That's nuts. Have you flown here before? I have, but I'm gonna say no for the sake of saying no. Let's get started. Choose an aircraft and let's go on a 1-minute trial flight. Ooh, okay, control the aircraft, speed boost, and brake. Alright, I'm turning on the 3D. Oh man, I forgot how cool this was, man. Use this to maneuver the plane. Going fast on him. Yeah, baby, Woohoo Island, let's get it. Why don't you try flying around the mountain? No, I'm gonna fly through this little arch. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. Oh, I touched it. Oh my god! It's just like dogfights and Wave Sports Resorts and all that stuff. Oh yeah, the castle that's over here. Hey, what's good? What's poppin'? Let's go up to the volcano. Can you go in the volcano? I think so. I hope this looks as good as it seems on... No, let me go in, no! Ah, man. I could, though. I just gotta do better about it. Alright, return to the office. I'm out of here. Alright, let's do mission fight mode. You have to complete various challenging missions. Start in the training one. Alright. 6 ones available. You can earn up to 3 per mission. Alright, so I need 12 to be able to go to the next one. Let's do the rocket bell this time. Details. Break through 2 balloons while piloting the rocket bell. Okay. I hope this looks good for all of y'all too. It looks good for me. So you can see on the bottom the fuel and the map. So you can see where I am in relation to everything. So we'll let the bottom screen just play out as is for right now. And then in the next mission I will change it to just the top screen, because it'll probably be better for you to see that way. Get over here, balloons. Oh, the sword fighting arena thing. I should do a Wii Sports Resort video on the Wii. I don't think I have that game though. I think I just have regular Wii Sports. I think Wii Sports Resorts is stuck at my dad's house. That sucks. Hey, look at that. Out of 60, why did I not? Time? I needed to be way faster, it seems, huh? Okay. It's fine. That's totally fine. Let's select a new mission. Let's go with the hang glider. That's the only other one we haven't tried yet. Yeah, we're boogieing. We doing the dang thing. Let's go. Do 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 da do do la da do do la da do dee da da. Dang, this is a nice, relaxing kind of game. After this, we'll just do a nice little free ride, and we'll just go around the island for a minute. This really is just a nice chill game. It does a really good job of showcasing the 3D too. Like you just saw, I turned it off, turned it on, turned it off. Like, it does a really, really great job of showcasing it. It's really cool. My speed is low, no! I hope the image quality looks good for you guys as well. Because I don't know, this will be my first time trying this out, so I hope it looks alright. Now, we are going to the volcano. Ooh, we got to get the little eye. I forgot about this. Duckling Lake. The glassy mountain lake is popular with canoeists. Beautiful. Oh, it says it on the bottom screen. You can't really see it. Let me change it out and you can see. Yeah. So it'll show you like where the eyes are on the bottom. And you just like hover over where they go when they appear. So like here we go with the volcano. It just appeared. And we will get right over. Inside the active volcano, lava boils and churns all year round. Yeah, there we go. So now we are just gonna go right on down. Yeah, baby. Now we're inside the magma chamber. It's scary to fly through here with a plane or a glider. I bet. The lava monument. Nobody knows how these rocks got into this pool of lava. Yeah, because this is where you do like the sword fighting and stuff too. That's pretty sweet. Oh, I love Wubu Island. It's such a fun place to explore. I wish they kept it up a little longer. The Lone Cedar. A long hike up here, so don't forget anything. Nice. And then we saw a freaking just like floating island over here. Yeah, let's head over there, and then we'll call it a video. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Think there should be a prize for flying up all the way up here. Whoop! I don't know what happened to me. 6 locations, alright. Out of 75, wow, that's a lot. Alright, we're done with Pilot Wings then. Let's just look at my member card real fast. Yeah, flip the card. Cool stuff. Alright, that's it for Pilot Wings. Let's get into the next game. One of the next games that I want to showcase is the awful starting sound here because it's pretty frightening, honestly, but it's the Face Raiders. It's one of the built-to-maps for the 3DS, and I had a ton of fun with this game. Just taking pictures of my mom, my sister, my family members, friends, and then shooting them in the face. It is pretty cool. It is pretty fun. You gotta use the actual 3DS to like move around the room, turn the cameras around, and it's just a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and play. Alright, so now I gotta do me. We're gonna retake this picture. This is not a good picture. I want to be a menacing picture. Hold on. Hold on. Young adult male, why are you telling me this? Oh god, that's gonna be a terrifying picture to fight. Analyzing photo, young male face. Why, thank you. Oh no. That's menacing. Oh god, okay, now I actually have to move that. Oh, you're gonna see my terrible setup. That's not great. I don't want my setup to be revealed by this. Turn the 3D on. Oh god. My filthy room. I don't want any of you to be seeing this. Good thing there's a blurry 3DS screen. Oh god. No. Sorry, my wife came in to ask me a question about lunch. Don't kiss me! Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I see you! Leave me alone! Oh, God. Defeat the boss. I will. Oh. Yeah, get out of here. Ooh. No, don't kiss me. Leave me alone. Don't kiss me. Stop. Get away from me. Oh, God. Finish the job. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Oh. I have rescued it. This is a fun game. I forgot how fun this was. I got a new face. Hey, that's great. You saved a new face. How awful. How scary. But yeah, that's Space Raiders. Just a dumb little fun game. I enjoy it. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Now, there are a lot of titles that I would love to, go into and play and just show off for all of you, but a lot of them don't make for good recording experiences, at least for like short-term kind of gameplay, just for a couple minutes, 10 minutes at most sort of thing. But I will shout them out here, such as Kingdom Hearts Drop Distance 3D. This is a phenomenal 3D Kingdom Hearts, game. It's like fully fledged, and it's fantastic. It's great. Definitely something worthy of a pickup. I know you could play it on like the collections and whatnot on PS4 that have been re-released, and that's perfectly valid way to play it too. But back when it released on here, it was pretty amazing. Not gonna lie. And then the other big release, is it all the way this way or is it the other way? Oh, it's over here. The big obvious Ocarina of Time 3D. One of the major selling points of the 3DS when it launched and during its like advertisement cycle, being able to replay this game like how you remembered it on N64 with the better graphics and just better quality, because it's basically the same exact game. I remember in an like interview or something like that, or like the way the code worked in the game, it was literally Ocarina's code from this N64. They just like upscaled it. They just fully remade it from the ground up for 3DS. But all the exploits are still there from the N64 version. Anything you can do in that game, you can do in this game, and they intentionally made it that way, so it could be just how you remembered it. And there's like hidden Skyward Sword like adverts and pictures in here too, and that's pretty hilarious because it's like before that game came out, so it's just pretty funny. And same thing with Majora's Mask 3D. The crazy amount of speculation and like will they won't they sort of thing after Ocarina of Time launched, and just like, oh well, they gotta do Majora's Mask then because it's a sequel, they're gonna reuse all the assets, and then it never happened for the longest time. And then it did, and it was fantastic when they announced it. It was so cool, so great, and that's what kicked off the new 3DS, which is what I'm playing on right now. It was a launch title for that, and it was just so cool to see these games come out when they did. And just like specific shout out to Ocarina of Time. Like, this was my baby. I played this so many times. Master mode, regular mode. I beat this game at least like 5 times. At the very least. It was so much fun. So much fun. But the next game we were going to actually like get into and play, because I'm trying to go in order of like releases, like since the 3DS came out. Big noteworthy titles. This is why I mentioned Ocarina of Time, because it came out the summer of 2011 when it came out. But the next big game that was highly anticipated
Super Mario 3D Land
was Super Mario 3D Land. This game was, because after Ocarina of Time, it was still a pretty, not a niche system, but it didn't really have that title grabber. So I already did do the first world on my own. A lot of these save files are going to be fresh, brand new. So we are going to go into the next world. And I remember I was really close to like completely beating this game. The only difference being I did not have the final star because I used the white Tanuki that you get if you lose like more than 5 times or something. Oh no, Toad over there. What's going on? Oh, you're dropping a star coin for me. Thank you so much. Where is it? Oh, there it is. All right. Get out of here, Mario. Get this. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, this game really started to give the 3DS its reason for living, I should say. Not that it didn't have... Ooh, that shell did a good job. Not that it didn't before, but that this game gave it that title that made it, you know, stand out from the others. The others being Zelda, and the others being Pilot Wings, for God's sake. So it finally gave it that 3D Mario to make it, you know, something that stand out on its own. Let me bring it full screen here for all of y'all to see, and also bring in the image from the background. There you go. So it's not a plain boring background. Alright, let's go inside this little question mark. Oh, this is where the 3D really shines, is these little dumb little things. Mostly for the fact that you can see everything in 3D. I think it's pretty cool. I like that it just really barely changes perspective when I turn on the 3D for you guys. That's pretty funny. Alright, Mario. But yeah, this game really did help 3DS in terms of its appeal. I think this was the game too that launched with the Red system. Otherwise, the Red system came out like a few months before this game came out, if I remember right. Because the Red system is when it had its price drop. Because like I said, originally it was $250, because when I bought it, it only had the red, or not the red, it had the blue and the black. But then after the Red came out was when it got its, you know, price decline. Ooh, it's going here. Yes! Of $179, I believe. So then it became much more affordable. And people were like, alright, now I'll hop onto this bandwagon. Because people just thought it was like, you know, much like a Wii U situation, they thought it was just an upgraded DS. So like, why should I get this if I have a DS or a DSi? So, now they had a reason to get it. It's not as expensive, and it showcases like how cool of a hardware upgrade it is compared to a regular DS or DSi. Oh god. No, let me get the red coins. No, give me here. Thank you. Mario! I gotta go this way anyway so I can grab this coin. Yeah! And then we got all three. That's excellente. We can smush this bug. Yes, sir! Yeah, I know a lot of people think this Mario game doesn't deserve its title as like a 3D Mario game, but for a handheld, like it's pretty perfect. Just A to B. Get to your point. Have fun with Mario, you know? I think it does a great job at what it needs to do. And then once you beat all the worlds, because like here at the bottom, I'll go back to the whole body, you see the map, and how it says World 1, World 2, World 3, all the way up to World 8, and once you beat World 8, then, much in Mario fashion with its, you know, 3D games, you switch to Luigi, and then you can play the whole game again as Luigi, except the levels are slightly different, they're like remixed versions, and then once you do it all again with Luigi, then you like beat the game. And I had a blast to do all that. I really had a great time. I got enough coinage. Let me access this area. Oh, this one, that's a pretty fun one. Alright, we'll do this last one, and then we'll go ahead and get to the next game, which will be Mario Kart 7, since that was the next big title to release after this game. Let's jump in! Let's go! Yeah, the 3D in all of these games that really, like, warranted, especially at the beginning of, like, the 3DS's life cycle, because towards the end, there's games like... I don't even remember what games, but I remember some games specifically not having a 3D function, because after that it was just a 2DS. They stopped making new 3DSs and started focusing solely on 2DSs, which was the same innards, if not better, as a new 3DS, but then they just removed the 3D functionality. And made it more clamshelly in its design and, you know, all that stuff. But early 3DS days and mid 3DS days where they like really got the science down and were really experimenting with everything, it was a really cool, just a really cool time to be in. Just seeing how experimentative, I don't know if that's a word, just seeing how Nintendo like tried to differentiate like their releases and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. Can I really not get up there? That's a lie. Ah, whatever. Oh, I can so get up there. Is there really nothing over here? Alright, whatever. Whatever, game. I don't believe you. Oh, there's a coin over there. I see that. Alright, I'll have to go that way as soon as I get off here. But I gotta be careful because there is no railing. There we go. Don't go this way. Go that way. There we go. But yeah, I'm a sucker for this system, man. If you were to take me on a deserted island and say what handheld or what system you want to take with you, it would be the 3DS. Other than that, it would be the Switch, but the 3DS is fantastic. There's so many titles. So many good games here. Go, 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 go! Oh, that's it. Oh no, I can't get up there? That's a lie. Oh, I can. I just have to wait for it. Go, no! No! Right, just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. Yes, sir, Bob! Boom shakalaka. Alright, we Gucci now. Move out of here. Nyom. Nyom. Wave coins. But yeah, this game is super great, and it paved the way to Super Mario 3D World, which is a great multiplayer game. This was the game to pave its way over here, and I appreciate it for that. They brought back the cute little Mario style, art style from like the letters that you get in every world. That's just an overall great game, I feel like. Alright, hold on, let me do acrobatic Mario stuff and get up here. Yes, sir. No, I got all the star coins. I thought there was a hidden star coin over there for some reason. Boya! Easy peasy lemon squeezy, everybody. And with that, let's go to the next game! Ooh, balloons? Why is there balloons? That was cool. Alright, and like I said when we finished Mario 3D Land, our next game to look at is Mario Kart 7. Now, both with Mario 3D Land and Mario Kart 7, I remember that E3 when they were showcasing, you know, all of that stuff.
Mario Kart 7!
They were showcasing like the paragliders and the underwater and the selecting your own kart for the first time kind of stuff. It was insane, and it was so cool. Personally, I don't like this Mario Kart game as much as others possibly. I played through it when it first came out, thought it was cool, thought it was fun, played online sometimes. But that was it. I wasn't as enthralled with this game as I was with Mario Kart DS. Mario Kart DS was an excellent Mario Kart game. But this one I just felt was just like a cool Mario Kart, I guess. It wasn't anything too fancy, too crazy. Now we got our base roster here. We're going to go with the obvious Koopa Troopa. But this also has a weird roster with Wiggler and Honeybee once you unlock it all. That's just like a little bit insane. Now we got very limited options here, so we'll go ahead and do what we think might be best. Like I said, all of these games are going to be on brand new save files with the way this is instructed. The only way I can record this and do all this stuff is if it's brand new. Yes, I do have cartridges for some of these games with my save files on them, but it's just easier for me to keep doing it this way. But yeah, it's just a ton of fun, super cool, and I think it's cool to see all these games as if you were playing them for the first time again. I just think that's pretty neat. So, we're going to go ahead and get into the new courses for the 3DS version. Ooh, Toad Circuit! That's on the Mario Kart 8 Booster Course Pass. It was just released pretty recently. I think it was like Wave 2 or something. I'll get out of this full body view in a sec, but I wanted you to see what it looked like on the bottom. Yeah, buddy, yeah. Oh my god, I'm going real slow. What's going on, everybody? This game does look really good. I really like it. Oh yeah, I forgot it's only 8 players. I'm so used to 12 in regular Mario Kart. Sorry, Peach. Oh, I could have used the ramp. That's fine. Yeah, see you later, peeps. Alright, going into the next straightaway, let's switch it out to the top view. And I hope this looks good for everybody too in terms of like its frame rate and everything like that. Let me know if you like what you're seeing. Let me know if it looked good. If there's anything I could try and fix on my end to make it look better. I know it's not going to be 100% crispy best all the time or smooth, but I'm trying. I'm trying my best. Oh god. But yeah, with this video, you know, showcasing the 3DS and all that stuff and saying happy anniversary to it, I hope too that this can become the start of me, you know, playing more 3DS games, or if you have a title that you'd like me to play or try out, that I would be, you know, able to, because like and we'll play this game too when it gets to it. But Kid Icarus Uprising, man, like, I hope that a sequel or a port comes to the Switch because I think it deserves it. But if not, I'm gonna play through Kid Icarus on the channel for like through this. Like, I just want that game to come out. I want to play it again. It's such a great game. Yeah, deserves more justice than I get. Oh, Yoshi trying to shoot a red shell at me. What a bugger, man. Ooh, Daisy Hills. I love this course. This seems a lot like the one that we just got on the booster course. What was it? Was it Amsterdam? Where it's like the big field of tulips and flowers and stuff like that? Because like this stage doesn't have like a lot of big flowers or anything like that, but it has that section where you like paraglide onto the roof of like a city or a town. And it's just very reminiscent of that, and I like it. Oh, and there's little goats and there's hot air balloons. Yeah, this is a cool port. I don't know why I ran into the water. I'm so sorry, everybody. Hey, get out of here, Donkey Kong. Ooh, destroyed your little red shell, loser. Come here, Luigi. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. No, let me get up here. Yeah. It's not very fast or very good, but I like being up. Yeah, buddy. I'll put it back to the bottom. Ooh. I'll put it back to the bottom screen too, because it's cool to have two different fields of view every once in a while. I appreciate it anyways. No, goodness, Donkey Kong. Get out of here, man. Ooh, yes, the secret. Yes, down here. Beautiful. Yes, sir. Oh, we can do a little sneaky sneaks over here. Oh, perfect. Get out of here. Oh god, I might fall off. That's fine. Ooh, yes, give me the line. I miss it being a line, because in Mario Kart 8 it spins around you like the shells do. I like the line of bananas behind. I think it's pretty cool. I appreciate it more than it circling around me. Yeah, baby, woohoo! Yeah, I see that red shell behind me. Leave me alone. Alright, let's get the top view celebration. Oh yeah, Cheep Lagoon. I like the way they do these courses too, because it's like the first course has almost purely just regular Mario Kart driving, with a tiny paragliding segment at the beginning after the first lap. But then the second level has, you know, a primary paragliding section that you have to do every lap. And then this one introduces driving underwater. And I think that's pretty sweet the way they laid it out, so you can get to know all of the new stuff that they added for this game. Very Dolphin Shoalsy, I might add. This was the blueprint! Get out of here, dude. Not Daisy, Princess Peach. Drop a banana, drop a banana, drop a banana, and throw a red shell. Yes, sir! Woohoo! Meow. I'm catching up. Who is it? Luigi and Yoshi? Oh, you guys are donezo. You can go through this little section and you can fly through the cave. Yeah, baby. Pretty sweet. Pretty freaking sweet. And I know the big shtick of Mario Kart 8 is the anti-gravity. And it's cool in some levels, but it's not really it's just not really something you notice a lot of the time when you play Mario Kart. Especially with like the Booster Course Pass, like hardly any of the levels like actually incorporate it or use it or change it in any sort of meaningful way. It's hard enough to make every level add like a flying segment or an underwater segment, but you know, I just thought it was cool. Oh, got Yoshi from behind. Ooh, that sucks. That sucks. I'm just impressed with the 3DS's like performance. I don't know. I just love this system so much. I personally just want to give a huge shout out. Since we passed this in, you know, 3D Land and Mario Kart 7's, is Star Fox 64 3D. Much like Ocarina of Time 3D, it's just a nice, you know, kind of up from the ground up revival, upheaval of the N64 game. And I thought it was really fun. I thought it was cool. I never played the original N64, so I thought it was super fun doing this through here. And shout out to my friend Chris Smith, who was the only other person at the time I knew who had a 3DS playing Star Fox 64 with me in the gunfighting mode, and just like talking with me about having like 3DS games to play with and Mario Kart and all that stuff. It was just super fun, super great time. But now we're going to go into one of my favorite games of all time and one of the best games on 3DS. Kid Icarus Uprising. Now we're only gonna show off a little bit in the training mode, because if we do a chapter, like, that's just gonna take a long time. But I can't just like have a video about the 3DS without this game. You know, I'm going to plug in my cartridge for this one so I can have all my save data, because I don't want to interrupt a fully fresh game like this. Give me 1 second. Shout out to my mans. Shout out to Kid Icarus Uprising. What a fantastic game, man. Ah, my original save file. What a beauty, man. This is my replay that I did like a long time ago. Don't even pay mind to this one. But man, this game, oh my god, the music, everything, just being able to do this on the menu, it's like the funniest thing ever. And then you let go and it's just like, no, let me go back to where I was. Yeah, this game is legendary. Absolutely fantastic. Let's go to the practice range. Oh yeah, I forgot I have it set to read. Hardcore spoilers if you've never played this game. Don't pay mind to how the main menu looks right now. Just forget it existed that way. Let's go to an air battle. Just so you can see what this game looks like. You can see the bottom screen, how I'm waving around with stuff. Sorry, it's very low frame rate down there, but you can see me moving. This is how I aim, both in the air and in the ground. So then we go over to actual just top view. And I move around with the control stick, hold the left trigger to fire, use the touchpad to aim. But man, this game is just everything I could ever ask for. It's just so good. It's such an epic game, such a great revival of a classic IP that never gets used anymore. Great voice acting, great characters, great like just gameplay and scenery in general. It's just, I just need this on Switch, man. I need this game ported, or I need a sequel. I need something. Anthony Del Rio, my freaking man is Pit here. I love him. Everything's perfect. This game is just amazing. And it's like, since it's Sakurai who made it, there's like heavy Smash Brothers kinds of influence and stuff too. And obviously, there's Dark Pit, Palutena, and Pit in Smash Bros. Now. But like having the upper dash arm, having the guarding orbitars, like that's all from this game, because in Smash Brawl he didn't have any of that. He just had a shield and different ways of utilizing his bow and arrow. But in this game you can have freaking so many things at your arsenal. Like I have a bow right now equipped, but you could have like the upper dash arm, you could have orbitars, or you could have a sword, you can have a gun, a club. There's just so many options. There's up close fighting. You can just go back. You can like charge up your weapon. If you don't shoot it every once in a while, it'll like charge up. Like his stance right now is like calm. That's when it's charged up. Because any other time after that, he's kind of like stanced up, ready to fight. Yeah, it's just, and then there's like little things down here, like little skills you can use. Celestial fireworks. It's just more of a decorative thing more than anything, but yeah, it's, oh, we can see all my gear too. Like this is one of my more powerful weapons, but yeah, look at all this stuff you can get. Here's the upper dash arm, the paw pad orbitars. This used to be one of my most powerful ones for a long time. The optical blade, compact arm, the club. Like there's just so much stuff in this game. I freaking love it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a playthrough of this game on the channel eventually. I just need to forget more about this game, because I just think about it sometimes and I remember stuff, and then I watch freaking cutscenes or I played just random levels, and it's so good. Idle toss. I don't got any idols to toss. It's fine. But yeah, that's so good. And the online mode in this game is so freaking good too. Oh my god. This game's amazing to play it. Yes, the controls are very awkward if you're left-handed, and also just like a little bit uncomfortable to like play for long stretches of time, but like I just can't stress enough how great this game is. Like seriously, it's just mash. Yeah, that's it. Next game. Some more games I just want to shout out before we get into the next one that I'll play that, you know, wouldn't be good for a setting really, but just obviously huge for the 3DS is Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. This game, didn't ever think it would happen. You know, it's a sequel to Luigi's Mansion that came out literally 10 years prior. And it's a great time. It's more streamlined for a handheld, obviously. It's leveled out and not all in one big mansion, but it was a great game all in its own merit. Same thing with, where is it? Oh, I never played it personally, but Resident Evil Revelations being like a real, you know, Resident Evil game for the handheld, just like made for it. It eventually got ported, and it's now on Switch and everywhere else, but at the time, like, it was cool that this was even a thing. Same thing with the Mercenaries. Just freaking sweet. And then, like I said again, because it's not really great for a 3D sort of setting, or not 3D setting, just a gameplay sort of thing to like pull up, but Bravely Default, the little darling that we didn't think was ever going to get localized, but looked super cool, but they brought it over anyways. Bravely Default, what a game. I never beat it, but I logged in a lot of hours into this game, and I dropped it eventually just because other games, and I was, you know, in freaking beginning of high school, end of middle school. I couldn't put this game, you know, it's full time in my head, but it was a great time, the time that I did have with it. And then same thing with, where is it? It's supposed to be in here. I swear to God I have it on here.
Cooking Mama for Kitchen Magic.
That's not it, but it is a good game too. Oh, where is it? Oh my god, I don't have it on this system. That's horrible. But shout out to the Fire Emblem games, both Awakening, Fates, and Echoes. I don't know why I don't have Awakening on the system, but I loved Awakening when it came out. That was my introduction to Fire Emblem, and like I knew about the ones on Game Boy. I had them on my, you know, via the what's it called? The Ambassador program, whenever, because like the people who bought the 3DS originally got the like GBA and NES games. But Awakening was a darling in my eyes. I played that game so much. I specifically remember beating it in the library in high school. You know, it was raining that day, and I wanted to just, you know, sit in the library and just beat the game because there's nothing to do outside. And it was just fantastic. It made me cry. It made me emotional. Robin and Chrom were great characters to play as and like play with. The cast was amazing, just all around. Absolutely fantastic game. All of them. Echoes was great. They really need to make more, remakes in the Echoes name. I think that's fantastic and great. The only one I can't really say for sure is Fates. I never played Fates, to be honest with you. So, yeah, that's just all I have to say about that. But we're going to go into the main game over here, which is Sonic Generations. Now, at the time, I was a loving Nintendo-only kind of thing. No, not really. I had a 360 and a PS3 at the time. But I was so upset that this game was not coming to, like, the Wii U or the Wii, and that it was a 3DS only, or like Xbox 360 and PS3 only, and then a 3DS port. It was just different for me to be able to play this in this sort of fashion and not on a home console. So I did play it on my 360, and then I got this version of this instead. And it's fantastic. I freaking love this game. I adore it. There's so many cool, just like art pieces, music. Oh, it's just so good. I freaking love this game so much. Yeah, it's fantastic. Alright. So and this game is like entirely different from the home console version too. There's new levels that aren't in either of the other ones. Like the home console version goes through obviously Green Hill and then the Chemical Plant and then Sky Sanctuary, all the typical stuff. But on this game, you go Green Hill, then you go Casino Night, then you go Mushroom Hill, and it's just like, what in the world? And then you go to not Emerald Coast, what am I thinking of? Radical Highway, and then City Escape, and then Seaside. In this game, you go Emerald Coast, then Radical Highway, and that's it for the middle section. But then you go over here, then you get the Sonic Rush Water Palace, and then Tropical Resort instead of Planet Wisp. Like, yeah, it is shorter than the home console version in terms of that kind of stuff, but it is so cool just to see the differences, Like, it's an entirely different experience. And yes, like Sonic, 3D Sonic is still, like, it's 2.5D, so it's not entirely 3D Sonic, but it's just different, and I love that the menu music is freaking from Sonic Heroes, like my favorite Sonic game ever. It's so good. But the big thing that I want to play and showcase for this game is the special stages. The special stages are literally ripped from Sonic Heroes, where you play a 3D Sonic, like looking at him from behind instead of it being like a 2D or 2.5D perspective. And I loved it solely for this. This is so freaking good. Let's go ahead and do it. We'll go ahead and do top view only, because the bottom view doesn't really do a lot other than show you the start and end. Oh god, and it uses the same music from Heroes 2. Oh, I forgot how good it was. It's so cool, man. Oh my god, this freaking... Oh, it's fan-freaking-tastic. I love it so much. Just for this alone, little kid me, even now me, is just like so happy with this. Come here, Emerald. You ain't getting away from me. God, this is so good, dude. This is amazing. Oh god, no! Emerald, I was so close to you. Get over here. There we go, we got it. And seeing this cool 3D model of Sonic, oh my god, it's so good. Oh, this makes me so happy. Yeah, I didn't do that great on this one. It's a good thing I got an S before. Yeah, this game is just, it's bliss. Screw it, we'll do an actual level. We'll do, why not? We'll still do Emerald Hill. Oh, I didn't add a picture for the background of this. Anyways, it's whatever. No, whoops. But yeah, as you can see, it's just like, 2.5D Sonic. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know the strats to any of these levels. I don't know any of, like, what, you know, any speedrunning strats, nothing. I just boost my way through it. It's like any other Sonic fan, you know? That's just the way we live. It's the way we play games. Oh no! Oh, I barely made, oh god. That was an accident. Oh my god, it kicked me over. That was funny. Just even seeing this like 2.5D view of Sonic at the time I thought was super cool. Because I thought, the thought of like having a 3D Sonic on a handheld, like genuinely blew my mind. And just like seeing the 2.5D view of him, I thought was cool. But then when I finally played the special stages, and you get that fully behind view, man, it's just something different. And I'll give, oh no. I'll give Lost World not the benefit of the doubt, but like the exception of it was a fully 3D Sonic game for a handheld on 3DS, and I thought that was pretty freaking cool, honestly. No. Like as much trouble as it has, and you know, it isn't a great game in general, mostly because of the special stages and stuff, and like how slippery it can be and whatnot. I thought being a handheld Sonic game fully 3D was super cool, and I will never knock it for that. Can't just boost, man. Can't just boost. We're so close to the end too. I'm very sorry for this terrible, absolutely lackluster Sonic Generations 3DS gameplay. But I haven't played this game probably since it came out, honestly. It's been a long time. Oh no, Sonic, we don't have any more boost. Just keep going. Keep running, my guy. This was cool. How funny. What a great time. What a great time. Alright, next game. Huge shout out to My Love. A Link Between Worlds. While I have played numerous Zelda games before this, and loved Zelda as a series, this game changed the way I looked at Zelda. It changed my life for the better. That's very dramatic, but seriously, this game really changed the way I looked at games. It changed the way I perceived games. It changed the way I enjoy games. It is just that good. Which is funny that I don't think Link to the Past is like as great, but like it literally is though. You can see my 2 save files. I don't remember both of these. I think Matman was me, because I always said Matman, but I don't remember Link. I think I gave it to a friend, and that's how far they got. Yeah, that's me. 9,399 rupees. Yeah, that's me. This game is absolute magic. I don't know how you could make a game better than this, honestly. I mean, Breath of the Wild is that game, but... Oh my god, B, get away from me! Stop! Stop, B! B, get away from me! B! Get away from me! Yeah, I don't even know what to do. I'm just walking around. I haven't played... I genuinely haven't touched this game in probably like 10 years. I don't know. 8 years. The last time I remember playing it was like in chemistry class in high school. Because I was doing the what's it called? The little like shadow duels that you can do over at Kakariko Village. Let me see. Bell! I want to go to Kakariko, yes. Ding-a-ding-a-dong. Is it just me, or are there tons of monsters around right now? Probably a good idea to pack up the purple potion. My gram can brew some for you. Yeah, these shadow duels. This is what I did a lot. What do you got to say, man? Looks like there's a sign up for a new Shadow Link via tag. Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm gonna try and defeat big man here. Bounty is 999. He waits at Skullwoods. Player Dingus. You know what, Dingus? It's time we face. Let's do it! Oh, I have to meet him. He waits at Skullwood. He waits at the graveyard. I forgot I have to, like, actually go meet him there. Well, then is there anyone nearby? He waits before you at the vacant house. Let's just go over to my house. Because I want to go say hi to Ravio. I'm pretty sure Ravio's over there. Man, I wouldn't be opposed to replaying this game, too. It's so good. Hello, Ravio? Ah, my freaking mans. Welcome back, Mr. Hero. How's it going? So happy to have discovered my true calling in life. Retirement. It's all thanks to you. Yeah, because I bought all your stuff. Oh god, I remember too! Because this is the whole time too about, like, you know, Ocarina of Time came out so long ago, and then they came out with this game before frickin' Majora's Mask 3D, and we saw this in Link's house. It's just like, oh my god, like, it's for sure gonna happen, Majora's Mask 3D, like, they're teasing it at this point and all that stuff. It's, like, just pretty funny. This game's freaking fantastic, man. I love this game so much. Alright, let's go over to Lorule real fast. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, there's the Shadow Link. Let's find a Shadow Link. It's Butter. This is the Shadow Link Lola. Yeah, let's freaking beat him up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dang, I didn't even notice this freaking remix of the Dark World playing while you fight. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I don't have any health. Oh, victory! Heck yeah, I beat Buddha. Give me my 50. Yeah, boy! Yeah, I did not win a whole lot, if you could tell from doing that. I know I didn't do a whole lot, but this game really is fantastic. If you haven't played it, please do. It's so good. It's my favorite Zelda game of all time. I don't know why, but it is. Just magical. Oh, look at all my monster parts are freaking up too. Lifted this boulder. Hiya! That's the other beauty of this game too, is that you can do any of the dungeons in any order. And that was like the prelude to Breath of the Wild, where it was just like, you know, you have autonomy on how you want to complete the game. So good, man. It's so good. Alright, I'm done. I'm out of here. Now, you can see from the background, obviously, what the next game is, but I did want to shout out a couple more games that I haven't played or that I just think would be hard to play in this kind of setting, which would be the Mario Party games. Island Tour is the first one. It isn't that great, but then there's, you know, Star Rush and Top 100. Top 100's cool because it's more of a compilation, which I can respect. But, yeah, the Mario Party games they're alright on this. Another big one, Luigi. Mario and Luigi games on here blossom. The only one that's missing is Partners in Time, unfortunately. But it is a DS game, so you can slot it into the back and play on the 3DS. But yeah, Dream Team, as well as Superstar Saga, plus I believe it's Bowser's Minions? Yes. As well as Paper Jam. Paper Jam isn't as great as the other ones, personally, I don't think. But then Bowser's Inside Story and Bowser's New Jersey. All of them fantastic, great games. Love them so much. Another huge shout out as well to the Ace Attorney games. I did not get into Ace Attorney until the Switch, when it was the 3-pack, basically, where it's the first 3 Ace Attorney games that came out on GBA and DS. But then there are the sequels that came out on Switch, like Apollo Justice, as well as, you know, Spirit of Justice. And this one, too. No, this is the trilogy. But yeah, Spirit of Justice, Apollo, and then what's the other one? I know I have that one on here. Oh, also shout out to Professor Layton. Duh. I didn't like these games as much as I thought I would, as much as I like Ace Attorney, but they're still cool games. Where is the other Ace Attorney? I swear to God, I thought I had it on here, because there's 3 of them. So it's the Ace Attorney trilogy. Then it's, I don't know what order it is, but there's Spirit of Justice. Then there's Apollo Justice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they are. Oh well, it's whatever. We can go back to it a different time. But also shout out to the Pokemon games. You got Pokemon Moon and Sun. You got Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, as well as X and Y. I adored X and Y when it came out, and just played through it all. As well as I didn't love it as much, but you know, Ultra Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I had Alpha Sapphire. But yeah, like I said, I don't have those physically as cartridges. I have those digitally, so I wasn't able to copy and paste it over to here. So I don't have any Pokemon, I don't have any save data, but it is a fun times. And then obviously one of my highlights, Dragon Ball Fusions is an amazing Dragon Ball game on the 3DS. It's unfortunate that it's locked to this because it would be great on the Switch if they ported it over. It's such a fun, weird, interesting game. Just like fusing all different characters. It's like a freaking ring out sort of system. It's cool. It's super fun, super neat. Miitopia is great too. I'm gonna play Thief Rhythm Heaven and I'm gonna play WarioWare Gold. But yeah, all these games that you see before you on here are all games that are worthy of your time, worthy of playing, at the very least. Yeah, it's fantastic. Definitely check out any of these games if you haven't already. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Let's get into it. Might take a hot minute to load, so I'll see you there. There she blows. Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS. Let's get into smashing. Free for all. God, look at this freaking game, man. We're gonna go with my favorite. Oh, and they even got my favorite color and everything. That's freaking sweet, man. Go ahead and do level 7. Just a nice challenge for me. And we'll do that as random. And then we will fight on my favorite stage, WarioWare. I freaking adore this stage. Yeah, I love it. And Find Me. Find Me is a really good stage too. I prefer this version of Smash 4 as opposed to the Wii U version. I love Smash on 3DS. Ooh, see you later, right? Yeah, you knew you needed to taunt too, Ike. Ooh, sorry, boy. Go away. Ooh, see you later, Ike. Dodge. We gotta, like, dodge the car. Whoa, what? Did you see that move that it did? That was nuts. Oh, shoot. That's Ike now? That's not good. Good thing I can fly. Good thing I can fly. See you later, Ike. Aw, oh, man. You still made it? That's unbelievable. Everyone's got to stop. Oh, God. Big Eye. Ha! Oh, God. No! That's unfair. Get over here, Ike. As soon as Ike dies, I'll switch it to the other view. There we go. The top view. So you don't have to see all of this riff-raff. Here we go. Oh, we did it. Good job, Ike. No, Ike, leave me alone. Oh no, I got wet. Oh, I didn't? I did because I threw him. I'm sorry, I tried to take advantage of me being big to like smash attack spam. Ooh. Oh, you're donezo. No, wait. Ah, good job, everybody. Don't get stepped on. Ooh, donezo for you. I don't think it counts for me. Yeah, we still got hit. Oh god! Ooh, that's over for you, boy. That's freaking right. Yeah, Smash 3DS, I don't know what about it, but it hit different, and I love it. Alright, I think for the last game I'll play for this little celebration for the 3DS is Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix. Now, I bought this game because it is, you know, an eShop exclusive, and the eShop shutting down on the 27th of March of 2023. So, if you haven't already, definitely get this game. It is exclusive to the eShop here in the US. There are physical versions of it in Europe and Japan, however, not in the US, only eShop. So, figured why not go out with a game that is exclusive there. And not even to make light of it either, but there are so many other games that I haven't even shown, that I don't even have on this DS or my original one that I've played since I got it, that I don't have on here that I can't showcase in a great way, such as this game, which I'm finally playing for the first time now, and, you know, Rusty's Real Deal Baseball, or Pushmo, or any other, Dylan's Rolling Western. So many great eShop games that I can't do justice, or that I, you know, can't play in the future because it's going to be gone and delisted from the eShop. So definitely take the time, think about all those games you think you might want or don't have, and, you know, think about it. But for now, we are going to play some Rhythm Heaven. No thank you. I have no idea what to expect, honestly. I have no idea. Hello, I am pleased to make your acquaintance. Let's just get this out of the way. Thank you so much for purchasing this game. As you play through the story, we would like to show you the importance of one thing. That thing is flow. I'm going to step out for a moment to make some coffee, but please go ahead and start with the intro. I'll talk to you later. Wonder who that is. Oh, whoa. Welcome to the world of Rhythm Heaven. Let's begin by hitting the drum. Yeah, I'm a drummer, boy. I got it. I did get it. Next, let's try with other people. Oh, geez, okay. Hello, default Mies. Try hitting in sync. Okay. Fair warning, matching rhythm with others is more difficult than you might think. Alright, ready? Sorry. Dang it. It was tough. Let's try it with some music. Follow the music just like that. Okay. Sorry. I'm still bad. There we go. Hey, I'm making him happy. Whoops. What'd you think? It's much easier to have when you have music to follow, right? True. In rhythm heaven, sometimes what you see won't help. The most important thing is to listen. If you're curious, you can look at the touchscreen, and I'll show you as well. I don't have an image for this one, so sorry if it's just like plain and black, but see how you did on your timing. Early, perfect, late. I see. Use that to practice. Okay. One final thing we'll talk about is skill stars. In each rhythm game, there's a certain point that's very important to get just right. I feel like I missed something. If you can get it with perfect timing, you receive a skill star. You rise up to the challenge. Oh, you just got a skill star. Well, that makes it a lot easier to be in rhythm then. You got this one, but there's more to catch. That's all. Enjoy the game. You can wipe the sweat off your system. Yeah. God, this game is cute. This game is super cute. How'd you do? Did you hit every beat perfectly? I feel like I did. No, I didn't think so. Don't worry. You'll have plenty of time to master it. The story's about to start. Just so you know, I don't think it's one of those big serious stories. So just relax. Take it easy. Well, this coffee's getting cold. Shall we begin? Yeah, let us begin. Whoa! Lol. Those birds with long legs? Wait. What is this place? And who are you? My name's Tibby. Guess must have fallen down here. What? What's that? Where did I fall from? Heaven World. Heaven World. What's wrong? You never heard of Heaven World? Oh, I get it. You don't even believe there is a Heaven World. Well, I feel sad for you. It's such a wonderful place. Well, you've gotten so much yummy food and just a tiny bit of yucky food. And I live in a big treehouse. We've got so many friends there too. I want to go home. Oh, wait, you. You help me get home, won't you? It's gonna be okay after all. I didn't agree to nothing, man. What's this thing that my mom always says? If you ever fall down, look for something tall and get climbing. What's around here? A tree. Do you see that big green tower over there? Looks like the highest place here. Alright, let's get climbing. Alright, let's get to Heaven World. Oh, Jesus Christ, man, let's go. Never heard anyone say, let's we go, amigo? Never mind, let's go to the tower. Man, he talks a lot. And so, the mysterious individual agreed to help Tibby. Set off to Green Tower. We were excited for them. Huh? Seem to have arrived somewhere. Let's take a look. Phew! We've been walking for like skillion hours. This place is weird. Do you live here? Wait, I see someone. A boondog? Zark? Sorry, you probably don't speak Beehound, huh? Sorry to bother you, but can I ask a favor? You seem like someone who can get things done. What? Did I fall into an RPG? Lately, I've been having a bzz of an identity crisis. Might have fallen off my rhythm, lost my flow. That's terrible. How can I make you flow better? Well, you could clear these rhythm games for me. Oh, okay. Should have seen this coming. If you clear 4 games or so, I'd be totally inspired to return to my flow. Okay. Yeah, let's do it, Tibby. Oh my god, Karate Joe. Alright. I'll put it back to whole body view. Alright, let's see what it's like. I didn't even read what it said, so. Karate Man! Welcome to karate training. Watch out for flying objects. Press A to punch them.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey. Yeah, baby. Great, looks like you mastered karate. Yeah, look at all those punches. Remember to feel the flow. I am gonna feel the flow. Whoops. Whoops. Not feeling the flow. Ooh. So the bottom screen isn't really super necessary. It just shows cool little stuff. Nice. That was pretty sweet. Yeah, skill in the fundamentals. Also, your triple punches were precise. Hey, superb. Let's get it. You got 3 coins in the bank. I could karate all day. That's freaking right, man. Alright, what's next? That window's letting in the light. Let's keep going. One more thing as you reward for your hard work. I got some coins. Okay, yeah, I'll keep them up. Philbots. I don't know what to expect with Philbots. Don't worry about building robots. You just need to fuel them up. Oh, okay. Hold A to start filling and release when it's full.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fill her up.
Oh, too much.
Fill her up. Fill her up.
I see.
Fill her up. Fill her up.
I've never been a rhythm, like a rhythm kind of game guy. I think this is cool. The bigger robots need more fuel, so watch out for that. All right, let's get to work. Back in our robot factory, huh? Is that right? Factory number 1. Yeah, working. Yeah. They fly away like that when you get it right. That's hilarious. Look at them go away. Oh, is a big robot coming? Oh god. Dang it. Yeah. Big robot time. Yeah, I got you this time, buddy. Do. Yeah. Do. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. The robots look content. Also, you filled the big ones just enough. Good. Yeah. I am superb at this game. Got 3 more coins. Looks like you made some robot friends. Oh, that's lovely. This doesn't help my flow, but I was out of honey, so it helps. He's gonna be very sticky. Oh, hello, I'm Rupert. I apologize for showing up unannounced, but I'll be in and out as the game goes on, giving you news and occasional bit of gossip. Get in trouble? I'll be right here, kiddo. Kind of busybody, but I just can't help trying to listen to them. Help him, of course. That's nice to meet you. And then nice to meet you too, I guess. Oh, and tell me why I'm here. The cafe's now open. Just tap the round button on the touchscreen. Sorry, I'll bring up the touchscreen. Then you can visit it anytime. Alright, what's the cafe do? Oh, why, hello there. It's your first time here? This is the cafe. Free to come by anytime you need stuck or need to pick me up. Got a lot in store. You're gonna love it here. Oh, the museum. Nice. Yeah. Got it. Talk to the barista. Museum stuff. Is that Ashley? It looks like Ashley over there. Can't get over there yet. Can't get over there. It's alright. Exit the cafe. Alright, I think that'll be it for Rhythm Heaven 2. So yeah, that'll do it for my little 3DS retrospective. There's so many other games that I didn't get a chance to play and talk about, but you really can't miss with the 3DS. There's so much good stuff in here that it would be a disservice just to, like, you know, just picking my favorites, really. And that's all I can do, or else we'd be here for hours. But yeah, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And if there's any game you want to see more of, or want me to play, or want to see more of, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to do so. But otherwise, like I said, thank you for watching. And let's see, what's a good little like title screen to end off on? That's just like really cool.
Let's play.
No, yeah, we didn't do any of the tennis games or the sports games because there's golf and tennis, and they're both cool. They're both fun. No, oh yeah, we got Sonic Boom, yucky. Get out of here. Ah, I didn't even talk about Triforce Heroes. We'll end it there then. We'll leave it on the Triforce Heroes. I love that game. So, that being said, like I said, thank you for watching, and, I'll see you in the next video. See ya.